When did you see a junior enlisted save an officer's career without getting credit? Our battalion was preparing for a major inspection, the kind that could make or break careers. Lieutenant Brennan was new, fresh out of officer training, only 3 months with our unit. Good guy, meant well, but green as grass. He'd been tasked with organizing all our supply records for the inspection. The problem? Brennan had accidentally deleted 3 years worth of digital files. Every single equipment record, inventory log, and accountability form. Gone. One wrong click and years of documentation vanished. He discovered it 2 days before the inspection. I watched him sit at his desk, staring at the blank screen, face completely white. He looked like he might throw up. I'm finished, he whispered to himself. My career is over before it started. The door was open. Private Quincy Sterling was mopping the hallway outside. Skinny kid from Oregon, barely 19, quietest soldier in the company. The kind of guy who never spoke unless directly addressed. Quincy stopped mopping, leaned his head into the office. Sir, did you check the backup server? Brennan looked up, confused. What backup server? The automated one. System creates backups every 72 hours. Most officers don't know about it because it's buried in the IT settings. Brennan just stared. How do you know this? Used to work IT support before I enlisted, sir. Can show you if you want. Next thing I know, Quincy's at Brennan's computer, fingers flying across the keyboard faster than I've ever seen anyone type. He's navigating through systems and folders I didn't even know existed. 20 minutes later, every single file was recovered. 3 years of records perfectly intact. Brennan looked like he might cry with relief. Sterling, you just saved my entire career. How can I repay you? Quincy shrugged. Just doing my job, sir. Should probably set up automatic backups going forward though. I can configure that if you want. He spent the next hour setting up failsafes so it couldn't happen again, then went back to mopping like nothing happened. The inspection came. Brennan's records were flawless. Inspector actually complimented him on his organizational systems, called them some of the best he'd seen. Brennan got a commendation letter. Battalion commander praised his attention to detail at the next formation. Everyone assumed he was just naturally good at his job. Not once did Brennan mention Quincy. Not in his report, not to the commander, not to anyone. I watched him accept all the credit while Quincy stood in formation like every other private. I pulled Brennan aside afterward. You going to tell anyone what really happened? He got defensive. What are you talking about? Sterling saved your career. Everyone thinks you're some genius supply officer now. Brennan's face went red. I can't tell them I almost lost 3 years of records. That would undermine my authority. Besides, Sterling didn't do it for recognition. He said it himself, just doing his job. That bothered me, but I let it drop. Figured maybe Quincy didn't care about credit. 6 months later, promotion boards came around. Quincy was up for specialist. Should have been automatic. Kid had perfect scores on everything. Board denied him. Reason given, no evidence of going above and beyond normal duties. Just an average soldier. I saw Quincy's face when he got the news. Didn't say anything, but I could tell it hurt. He'd saved an officer's entire career and got nothing for it. Meanwhile, Brennan got promoted to captain. His supply management skills were specifically cited as the reason. Built his entire reputation on work Quincy had done. 3 years passed. I got transferred to a different unit. Lost track of both of them. Last month I was at a technology conference in Seattle. Military was recruiting IT specialists. Some big presentation about cybersecurity. The speaker walked on stage. Tall guy in an expensive suit. Took me a minute to recognize him. Quincy Sterling. But not Private Sterling anymore. He was the chief technology officer for a major defense contractor. Multi-million-dollar salary. Speaking to an audience of generals and Pentagon officials about advanced security systems. During the Q&A, some colonel asked how he got started in the field. Quincy smiled. I was an army private. Fixed a lieutenant's computer problem once. Realized the military's IT systems needed serious improvement. Got out, went to MIT on the GI Bill, and decided to fix those problems from the outside. The lieutenant ever thank you? Someone asked. Didn't need to. That experience taught me an important lesson. If you want credit for your work, don't work for someone else. Build your own company. After the presentation, I went up to him. Sterling, remember me? We served together at Benning. His face lit up. Of course. How have you been? We grabbed coffee. I had to ask about Brennan. Quincy laughed. Oh, I heard about him. Still in the military. Major now, I think. Still in supply management. You ever think about what could have been different if he'd given you credit back then? Quincy shook his head. Best thing that ever happened to me was not getting promoted. Made me realize I was wasting my talents. Getting denied lit a fire under me. Went from mopping floors to this. He gestured at the conference center. Brennan's making maybe $80,000 a year. I made $40 million last year on government contracts alone. Pulled out his phone, showed me a picture. That's my wife. That's our house in California. That's the scholarship fund I started for enlisted soldiers who want to study technology. The fund's named after my old unit. Every year I send out applications. Already put 37 soldiers through college. Full ride, no strings attached. He grinned. Brennan never gave me credit, so I gave it to myself. And now I'm in a position to help hundreds of soldiers like me who deserve better. Last thing Quincy told me before I left, tell Brennan I said thanks. His selfishness was the best career advice I ever got. That's when a junior enlisted saved an officer's career without getting credit and ended up 10 times more successful because of it.